going on, guys? We are back. It is the morning. We're gonna get right into Gabe's truck. I'm not gonna say any other words, so that's it. I was thinking that I was gonna have to change this aluminum piece, and I will show you guys where that is in here. If you guys aren't familiar with it, let me try to. This might be a little rough, guys. Just bear with me. But if you look up there, so like this aluminum plate right there, I'm touching with my fingers. That's the same plate. But as you can see, you know, he's got the, I think they're adjustable pedals and all that. So obviously those other ones aren't going to work. But I got to looking and basically realized that this plate that's up there, that whole cast aluminum piece, is actually the same exact thing that I have out there. And it even goes as far as, you guys aren't really going to be able to see it, but I'll show you on the one out here. There's actually a spot for the clutch pedal. So this right here, guys, this is how that's mounted. In relation to the truck, this is how that's mounted. Coincidentally, this is here on the one that's in the truck. It's the same thing. So literally this fucking pedal right here, guys. Oh, well, that sucks. Anyway, this pedal right here is literally just gonna go up there, and I just have to pop the pin through it. Like I was like getting ready yesterday to have to pull this whole entire dash apart and the whole steering column and all that, and it was just gonna be a big pain in the ass. And now we looked up there, and it is. You guys aren't gonna be able to see it really, but it's up there. The only thing I'm gonna have to do is show you this if I can get in here too. So where is that? Oh, there we are. This hole is for the where the hydraulics are gonna come through, and so that's already in the cab. It's got a block off plate on it. There's a hole cut in it because that's where he had some wires run through, but I already removed those this morning. But the other issue is we have the TCM right here, and we're not gonna have enough clearance for the clutch pedal and for the rod to come out and connect to the clutch pedal. So I'm gonna have to take this TCM off. Which is funny because this truck's not going to be running the TCM by the time we're done with it. It's going to be completely removed. So I really just got to pop off this bolt here, you can't see it, and that bolt. And I'm just going to let this hang for now. And then I should be able to get the clutch pedal in, get the hydraulics in, connect them, and yeah, that should be it. But super pumped that this aluminum piece has the second, it's like up in here. It's going to be a pain in the ass putting it in still. It's still not going to be fun, but at least I don't have to pull this whole aluminum piece out. You know, all of this shit. So that's gonna save me a ton of time and headache. But yeah, that's pretty cool, guys. They have these things pretty much set up like they're made to be manual swap. Like they knew this was gonna happen. Either that or they are too cheap to make a new design for a new truck, because I'm pretty sure this cab is the same exact thing as a 4th gen. And that also leads me to this. This right here is a cutout, and that was already cut out in the insulation. I just pulled it down. So it already has the spot for the shifter to go through. You guys might have known this. I didn't know this. So again, news to me. I didn't really spend too much time before this truck got here worrying about small stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool to have. The other issue, well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be an issue yet, is that black plate right there, right, see if I can get the, right down in there, that black plate with the hole in it, zoom in, that is where our hydraulics are going to go, but we do have this box here, so I'm not sure if that's going to clear, but I think it will. We're just going to have to find out. So yeah, guys, anyway, I'm going to remove the TCM, let that hang, and then I'm going to try to get the actual pedal up in there and the pin through it, which is probably going to be a pain in the ass, but it shouldn't be too bad. Definitely better than swapping the whole entire aluminum piece. So we'll get that up in there. And then we have our hydraulics. I just got to pull the plug that's in there out, slide this in. We don't have the switch yet. I got to order a switch. That's going to be your clutch pedal switch. So I got to order one of those, put that on, but I'm just going to get it all in anyway. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to get going, try to pretty much get the pedal in, hydraulics in, and then let them hang down below, obviously, because there's no trans in it yet. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is get the adapter plate and the clutch on and all that. And then I'm gonna try to actually get the G56 up there, get it in and bolted up. So I'm gonna have to pull the console out, cut the hole, and then the other thing is gonna be making a custom cross member. Normally I think you might be able to get away with running a like 48 RE cross member, but the problem is with his lift, we need a different cross member. So that's that. And then the other thing, I think one of you guys made fun of me in the comments because I didn't know what this was. So I was looking at this and I just assumed it was a spacer to boost the T-case back so that the drive shaft was in farther, which it also does. But the bigger point of what it does is it basically clocks the T-case down so that your pinion angle for your front drive shaft's not as bad. I didn't know that. Again, I don't deal with lifts. I never really have. So yeah, excuse my lack of knowledge in that aspect. But anyway, I'm gonna have Gabe reach out to McGaughey's to try to get that same spacer, but for 68. I was able to find a T-case from a 2020 6.7 with a 68 RFE. Compared wiring diagrams, the schematics look like it should be the same. Look, you know, I got pictures and stuff like that as well. The electronic side of the 68 T-case should be the same, so it should plug into this truck no problem. And the 68 has the same exact output shaft that the G56 has and the bolt pattern on the back. So in theory, this T-case should bolt right up. No, it's over here. I thought it was over here. Maybe it's not over here. Oh, it's over here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, it's right there. I was just using this to design stuff. So this is a mount from the 48 RE, which will bolt to the bottom of this. And then we're gonna make a nice tubular cross member. And then yesterday I was on the computer, I designed the plates and everything I need for this in CAD. So those will be in like next week. So I'm gonna try to basically get the trans up there, but I'm not gonna have everything to do the mount until probably mid next week. So what do you do, shop cleanup day? Spring cleaning, it's summer cleaning. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna go back in my cave here. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much a gist of, you know, what I've figured out over the past couple days. Again, you know, this is all trial and error and figuring stuff out as you go. So we're gonna keep working around these obstacles and finding solutions to the problems. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna dig into this, and I'm sorry for all the talking. I'm gonna try to shut the hell up, so enjoy. Alright guys, we got our slave cylinder and the clutch pedal in, and then I also had to pull out the brake pedal and modify that as well, which that was actually a fucking pain in the ass. There was a few bad words involved in the modification of Gabe's brake pedal, but anyway, I'll show you guys how we got the hydraulics in, how we got the clutch pedal in, and what modifications I did to the brake pedal. Alright guys, so up here for the slave, as you guys saw before, this is the factory plug that's in there. So I heard from someone, this might be true, might not be true, I'm not too sure, I really didn't look into it too much. It would make sense if it is true, but someone said the cab, or at least the firewall part of the cab maybe, is the same as a 4th gen. So anyway, they have this in there. Normally there's not a hole in it, but he ran some wires through it, so we're gonna have to relocate those elsewhere. But anyway, that's there, but I was concerned about fitment with this here, and it's a little bit tough. Why does this have to die? Alright, I might be able to get this, we might be able to finish this. Alright, so yeah, I was a little bit worried about fitting in here, and I'll tell you what, it was a pain in the ass, but it fit just barely. It's hitting, right now it's hitting that wiring harness like right here. Which, you know, before it leaves here, we'll have to move that harness a little bit or zip tie it out of the way, because eventually, you know, vibration and stuff, you don't want it to rub a hole and, you know, short out a wire. So anyway, that went in pretty much, no modification. Next thing, we will go into the cab and I'll show you guys what we got down in here. So that's what we're working with. Basically, the clutch pedal pretty much went in no problems after I pulled the TCM out and hooked all that up, so that's all good to go. The other issue I had is the automatic brake pedal is like way wider, so it was like a 1/4 inch away. Well, it was probably like 1/2 inch away from hitting the clutch pedal. So what I did actually was, this is a pad off of a second gen's brake pedal, second gen manual brake pedal, and I actually just cut and modified his so that this popped over top of it. So now all that is good, and I'm gonna get tearing on the center console here and get that yanked out. And then we're gonna chop a hole in the cab, and you know, we're making progress towards getting the trans up in there. Definitely a little bit behind. That brake pedal took me a while, and I had to order, well, I had to design and order a couple metal pieces, which you guys will see this coming week, to make his tubular cross member to hold the trans. But if I can at least get the trans up in there, bolted in, and you know, hook up the clutch and everything, then what I can do is just put a jack under it or a jack stand until I get the cross member, and then about the same time, sometime next week, the T-case is going to be in. So we'll be able to get that in, and then I'll be able to measure the drive shaft lengths and then bring them to a local drive shaft shop and have them modified, because I believe they're going to have to be a little bit longer. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to get in there, rip that console out. Alright boys, we have our console out now. That's what we're working with. Pretty much just had to remove the front radio setup, which is sitting right there. It's pretty easy, just 2 bolts on top, and then you pop all the clips out and she pops off. And then the console, I'll show you guys that. Pretty much just show you where the mounting points were. I did have to, so 2 of them are here and here. So I had to recline, I had to move the seats all the way forward, and I was able to get to those 2, so that was cool. Didn't have to pull the seats out. And then we got the console here. And we got the console here, guys. I already removed this cubby, and I removed that a while ago, so I do have to figure out how to get this track out of here, even though all this is going to be covered. So we're going to get this out, because it's going to bother me knowing it's there. So anyway, pretty much, here's little square clips. You just, plastic pieces, you pop those out. 10 mil bolt, same thing on the other side. Same thing right up here in the front. And then you got one here, one on the other side. Pops out, and then there's 2 electrical connectors here. So there's a couple issues we're gonna have to work through. So I know obviously our shifter is gonna be coming through here. So he's gonna lose this wireless charging pad and this outlet down here. As for the air conditioning that comes out the back, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I just pulled this out, I haven't really looked at it. So we might have to modify that and then maybe run some like flexible tubing out along the side so that shifter can still work. Or again, this is gonna be all enclosed, so you won't be able to see down here. We could maybe run that, you know, into here and still have it connect back there. I haven't looked at it yet, so I gotta look at it. But after I look at it, I'll do some brainstorming. I'll design something up and we'll get that done. But yeah, that's out, so that's good. Next thing is gonna be cutting the carpet out of the way here, and then actually cutting the hole in the cab. And then yeah, so we're gonna send the trans up in, and yeah, making progress, guys. So slowly but surely. Pedals are in, that looks cool, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to it, guys. I'm probably gonna mess with the carpet there, get that out of the way, and then work on getting the hole cut. So we're gonna get going on that, guys, and keep you updated along the way. guys, so as you can see, we got our hole cut here. That all looks good. And I was doing a little bit of looking with the shifter. This, again, is not the actual shifter that's going in there, but as you can see, it's going to have to go right around here. And as you can see down here, it's not flat. There's a wiring harness, so I'm going to have to definitely custom design something for that to get all that to work. But otherwise, yeah, first thing this coming week, we're going to be getting the trans in, and then we can finish up our shifter and at least get that down. So, you know, we have the center console modified, plate bolted to the floor here, and then we can hook up our hydraulics and everything. So pretty much, guys, I'm hoping by the end of next week to have the trans in, prototype cross member in. I say prototype because I have to pull back off and then send it to powder coat and everything, obviously. But I just want to get the trans in, cross member done, T-case in, and then even bring the drive shafts down to a drive shaft shop near me. Pretty much by the end of next week, we should have everything hooked up other than maybe the drive shafts, because they'll probably take a little bit. But the trans should be in, clutch should be working, hydraulics, pedal, the shifter, everything should be in. It's not obviously done because we still have to do a bunch with the electrical, which Dale, our other employee, he has been working pretty much nonstop on the actual coding of it. He's going to continue to keep doing that until it's ready. But we also, you know, have to cut the console, modify that, make a shift boot, make a nice shift handle. And then we also have all the stuff going into the engine bay in his truck too, which we haven't even touched on. I'm not going to touch on that in this video. Once everything's here, powder coated, we'll get on that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July weekend. Gonna try to relax a little bit, chill out, and then we're gonna come back swinging Tuesday morning, get this trans in, and get you guys a video by the end of next week. She should be pretty close to physically having everything in there. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Appreciate you guys watching, and subscribe if you want. See you guys later.